think after the comedian and the showman, anybody would like to change places with me? Okay, after all that fun, I'm sorry, I'm going to bring you back to reality. And I'm going to do it in a slightly different way from everything else you've seen, because as you notice, I've gone feminine. I thought, as I was the only female speaker from your client side, I had to defend my gender. So, and there seems to be quite a few of us in the audience, so that's good. I'm going to talk about consumer centricity. So, to start with, I have to say thank you to Eileen and to all of you that invited me here, because it's a real privilege and connection is very dear to my heart. And I'll talk about our partnership. I want to start by talking about the market research profession, and I did see in Dan Pink's book, he was talking of something very similar. And I started off by Googling it. I love this joke because a lot of people are saying, well, do you need to spend money? Can't you just go on the internet and find the answer for us? So I did that. I started by Googling market research, and I came out with 7 million articles. I then Googled management consultant, and I came up with a little bit lower, 4 million. And then I Googled consumer insight. Didn't even make 1 million, only 200,000. And for me, this highlights the problem that the profession faces today. We're talking about marketing or market research. I actually prefer market research, but when I Googled that, I only got 4 million articles, so I thought, looks better. But if you take market research at 4 million, a management consultant, it highlights a problem we're facing as an industry. Marketing and management consultants have taken over our jobs. And how have you reacted? I think this is the challenge that we're facing and we're going to be facing going forwards. And I think consumer insight highlights it very well. There's not a lot of insight out there. There's far too much information. So this is what I see as the world of market research. It started in the 1700s with statistical science, the bean counters. It then moved on to the first straw polls, and I'm sure that's when we started getting statistics and graphs and pie charts and everything else you love to give us. And then came the management consultant, and he promised to untangle all this information that these market research companies are giving the clients. And then you came in with your advertising testing and your focus groups and everything else, and clients responded with consumer insight. It's very interesting. The Market Research Executive Board ran a study a few years ago, and they found that in CPG companies, 1/3 of market research is now called insight. The head of insight reports into the board for 1/3 of the time, 1/3 of the time, one level below, and the rest of them probably to the marketing director, which is where most market research departments report into. I'd like to challenge you here because I think on the client side we've taken up the challenge of management consultants. We've said, how are we going to get the ear of the board? It's not going to be by showing graphs. It's not going to be shown by showing pie charts. It's by bringing insight. It's by bringing business impact of the work we're doing and what it means for the company. And I would challenge you because the client side has moved on. Within my group, I have the insight department, but market research or marketing research is still called marketing research. And I don't think you're bringing insights in sufficient quantities from the amount of work that you do. Now, to be fair, it's also our fault, because to bring insight, you need to develop partnership. And to develop partnership, we need to bring you up to speed on what our challenges are. What are the other information sources that we've got that we can make available to you? Because yes, you work on a project-by-project basis, and you come in and you show those results, but we need to be able to give you the opportunity to put it into context. So what are we going to do to develop the role that we both want, which is a true partnership?